Hello and thank you for tuning in. This is an instructional video explaining how to use SpringPoint's Credit Card Connect. Here are the topics we will cover. 1. Pay customer invoice with credit card. 2. Pay customer invoice with ACH and EFT. 3. Customer deposits where there is no invoice. 4. Send a pay link to your customer to pay from the customer web portal. Paying invoices with a credit card. Once you log in to the SpringPoint suite from the dashboard, click Accounting and choose Customer Payments. The first screen is where you will choose the type of payment you are doing. Customer payments are when your customer is paying a specific invoice. Customer deposits does not require an invoice, but you're still able to tag it to a job or sale. When you choose Customer Payment and click in the Search for Customer box, it will show you all customers with unpaid invoices. When you have customer deposits, select All Customers will appear in the search box. Let's go ahead and choose 4D Machine. Here you will see all the open invoices for this customer. I can choose to pay the full invoice, partial payment, take a discount, or apply interest. The discount and interest GL accounts are able to be changed on a per payment basis. Let's go ahead and click the Pay $93.75 Now button. We are now taken to the customer information screen. This will be pre-populated with the default billing information found within your Motor-based customer maintenance screen. You will see the first and last name, billing address, phone, and email match what was pulled into Credit Card Connect. Next, we can choose what payment type the customer is paying with, credit card or ACH and check. We will choose to pay by credit card. If you have swipe integration set up, choose that option to swipe a card instead of manually entering. You have the ability to save credit card payments for future use, as you see in the green box. We are going to delete this card info and re-enter for training purposes. Go ahead and enter the card number, a memo, expiration date, and a CCV code. You still have the option to save this card info for future payments. Once those are entered, click the Submit Payment button. This will process the payment, notify you it was successful, email a receipt, as well as present an option to print a receipt. Not only is it processing the card through SFP, it is also creating the customer payment transaction in Motorbase. Let's take a look. Here you can see the 4D Machine payment has been processed and applied to invoice number SI 11200 in the amount of $93.75. Using the credit card payment method, it pulled in all the default information associated with that setup, as well as created a batch for processing later. All information, including your memo, were copied into the transaction. Let's do another credit card transaction, but this time we will add a discount and interest so you can see the posting. We will enter those directly on the associated invoice line. Then go ahead and process the payment. When we go back to the Motor-based transaction, you will see those carried over. It added this payment to the existing daily batch, and the posting recap shows the discount and interest were properly recorded. Pay customer invoice with ACH or EFT. We will go ahead and choose our customer, choose the invoices to pay or partially pay, click Pay Now, click the ACH check button, enter our customer's routing number and account number, choose the option to save for future payments, and click Submit Payment. This time it will process the payment associated with an ACH, allow you to print a local copy, and email the customer a receipt. When we close and go back into Motorbase, you will notice the customer payment is pulling from the ACH payment method defaults, which goes directly to your checking account and does not require a batch number. Customer deposits where there is no invoice. There are some reasons that come to mind on why you might need to process a customer deposit. Maybe you charge a 50% deposit on special order items. Maybe you charge your customer a bench fee to cover the inspection of a motor they're dropping off. Or it's possible the job is ready for pickup, but accounting has not yet issued an invoice. Whatever the reason, we've got you covered. Let's go ahead and choose the Customer Deposit No Invoice icon and select a customer. We're presented an option to associate this deposit with an existing job or sale. This is not required, but makes it easy for tracking purposes. Enter a purchase order number, check number, description, and deposit amount. We will click the Pay Now button, then go ahead and enter the payment information, and the system will proceed as you have seen in prior sessions. The difference here is the transaction created within Motorbase. Instead of creating a customer payment, it created a customer deposit. It took all the information previously entered, as well as the defaults from the payment method of a credit card. It also added it to the daily credit card batch and posted to the GL and subledger. Because we associated this with an existing job, we can go and take a look at that job and then click into the Invoice tab to see the customer deposit listed. You'll be able to apply this customer credit later after processing the invoice. Send a pay link to your customer. In this example, let's say your customer does not feel comfortable giving their card info over the phone. We have an option that will allow you to email them a payment link. This option requires the customer already be set up with access to your customer web portal. Please refer to our instructional videos on how to set up and assign those permissions. Let's select a customer and click Next. Toward the top, you will see an icon, Send Customer Link. Click this and you'll be presented with an option to copy the link to our clipboard. Once we choose that option, we can now open our email, copy it into the body, and send it along to our customer. Your customer can now click the link and it will direct them to the payable section of their customer web portal. Here they can choose which invoices to pay or partially pay. We do not allow them to take discounts here. They will click Pay Now, verify their information, enter their payment method, and click Pay Now to process the payment. After processing, they will be emailed a receipt and their customer portal will be updated accordingly. Now let's see what happened in Motorbase customer payments. As you have seen from prior payments, it applies the payment to the appropriate invoice, defaults the credit card information, accounts, and updates to the daily batch. SFP will settle your daily batch sometime in the evening, and you will receive notification of that batch. The next day, you will likely verify the settlement report and finish up in Motorbase by processing a Make Deposit. We will go into the Make Deposit screen, click Add, choose the previous day's batch number and post. Your undeposited fund account will be taken back to zero and your checking account updated accordingly. That wraps up the instructional video for SpringPoint's Credit Card Connect. I hope you find this a valuable tool, saving you time and money. If you have not yet gone through the application process or want to learn more about Credit Card Connect, contact SpringPoint by email, sales@springpt.com, and get connected.